How's it going, guys? I've been riding around Lakeland, Florida today. You've already seen that video, and since I was already in the neck of the woods of this man here, I figured I'd stop by and interview him for a few questions. So, let's see here. Shadetree Surgeon, I appreciate you being here to do this.
Absolutely, my friend.
I appreciate you letting me come. And first question I wanted to ask you is, when did you start riding motorcycles?
I started riding motorcycles when I was... time goes on. I was 18 or I was 19. I think it was probably more likely when I was 19.
Okay.
I bought my first motorcycle off a dude who lived in a trailer park. I'm pretty sure he was a carny. It didn't have it. Is that a question later? No. I neglected to read the questions. I don't know if like your first motorcycle's coming later. Anyway, I bought my first motorcycle off a carny. It was a 1989 GSXR 750 that was beat to absolute shit. I don't know if you bleep out cuss words, but... I don't, and I've suffered no ill effects.
No, right.
Anyway, so yeah, that's since I was 19 or 18, and I'm about to turn 36.
Okay.
So it's weird to say that I've been riding motorcycles for 18 years at this point.
That's wild.
Yeah. It feels strange to say. We got a bunch of people in the background, so if you see me turn my head and talk to somebody that way, that's what's going on.
That's good, man. That's
yeah,
good.
No, it was bizarre. There's 18 years is a long time.
Right, for sure.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
If you think I've learned something in that time, you're sadly fucking mistaken. You can suck forever.
Right, yeah. No, I've only been riding since 2013, and that feels like a blink, you know, so I'm sure even 18 years...
It doesn't mean anything. There are people who've been riding for 2 fucking years who are way better motorcyclists than I'll ever be.
Right.
So
there's a guy named Great Egret. I don't know if you've seen his stuff online or not. He did a whole Route 66 trip on his Sportster, and he's only been riding for, I think, a year and a half or 2 years or something. So, I mean, he's got like 30,000 miles on his bike in 2 years.
Hey, exactly. Yeah. And I ride a lot. I ride every day, but I'm just saying, it's just time is time.
Right, exactly. Moving on to the next question, sort of parlays into it. If money and price weren't a factor, which motorcycle, brand, and model would you choose to ride?
I'm going to go ahead and call you out here. That's the dumbest fucking question ever, dude. That's a great... You know who that's... And I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a hard time here.
Good.
That's a great question for a 19-year-old.
Okay.
If money was no object, what would I buy? Dude, I'm fucking 36, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like, if I stopped thinking about what I would do if I won the lottery somewhere around when I was like 25.
There you go.
And so if I had all the money in the world, like, I don't even know.
Okay.
I mean, I've got the Ducati, I've got my Triumph Rocket 3. I actually think about this quite often. If I had to buy another motorcycle, I don't even know what it would be.
Okay, all right.
You know, I've got nice motorcycles.
I think it says a lot.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you a hard time.
No, dude. Hey, I ask questions because I know that some might spark some sort of answer.
And no, it's a fine question. I just whenever I hear that question, it always sounds like somebody who's 19 would have an immediate answer for that. They'd be like Ducati Panigale, special edition, blah blah blah, the most expensive one. I'm just like, dude, I don't know, man.
Because they're dreamers, and at our age, you know, it's like the dreams are dead.
Oh yeah.
Right? You live with what you got.
Yeah. Let me tell you, if you're all you 19 and 20-year-olds who are watching this right now, at some point you will get better with money and you'll be able to afford to buy stuff. That's what happened to me. At some point in my 30s, I was like, holy crap, I got better with my...
It's not true. It's not true.
I got better with my money and I was able to buy stuff.
The truth panel back there. Oh my God, that's great.
Don't let him fool you.
Oh man. All right, so next question. When did you post your first motovlog video on YouTube? How long ago?
That would have, I think...
April 3rd, 1995.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on YouTube.
Not in the literal sense.
He was
approximately.
Oh, approximately. 5 years ago.
5 years.
It was 5 years. It's been 5. I've been on YouTube for 5 years.
All right.
And I made my first... I've never had another channel. I made my first video with this channel. It was 5 years ago. I got a GoPro for Christmas. And I started making videos.
And it was from the start all directed towards motorcycles, or you?
Oh yeah, no, motorcycle. The very first video is about motorcycles. I didn't used to wear a helmet, and so my first video was like a suction cup on the tank because I thought I was going to be able to just ride around with it on the tank and like yell what I wanted to say at the back of the GoPro.
Oh my God!
And
I'm sure that was gold.
So I started wearing a helmet because of YouTube videos because I needed a place to mount the camera.
Yeah, that's why I switched from a half helmet to full face.
Yeah, and so. Yeah, no, 5 years ago. It's been a long time. People who think that it drives me crazy. Like people are like, "Oh man, you're blowing up," and I'm just Can I say no?
No, you've been
No,
plugging.
I've been grinding for 5 fucking years, dude. I'm not blowing up. I work for this. People like to make it sound like it's some sort of like I did a scratch off and all of a sudden I'm getting successful. I busted my fucking ass.
Yeah, you have, man. You have. You plugged every week. I mean, have you missed 1 week?
I've never missed a week. I didn't used to post 2 videos a week, but now I do. Now I do 2 videos a week, and I've done 2 videos a week for years at this point.
Yeah.
But I used to do 1 video a week, but I've never ever missed a week in 5 years. So, best piece of advice: you want to get big on YouTube? Consistency. 100%. That's the only thing that's worked for me. You could win the lottery. You could win the scratch off. That's the thing. Some people win a scratch off and they go like, dude, I made 1 video and it blew up and now I have 1 million subscribers. But you're never going to get that video unless you make videos. That's why I call making YouTube videos is playing the lottery with your time. Yeah. If you're trying to get big on YouTube anyway.
That's true.
So if you spend the time to create a video and then you imagine that video as a chip that you put into a slot machine and pull the handle. Well, you can't pull the handle unless you got the fucking chip.
True.
And the more fucking chips you put in there, the more times you get to pull the handle. I haven't hit yet. So that's saying something. 2 videos a week for fucking years. I haven't hit yet.
Yeah.
But you do get some return.
So. Yeah. And I would say too that your subscribers versus someone who has that 1 video with like 1 million views. You think your subscribers are more loyal because they've invested
you could say that,
in you.
but I'll take the 1 million subscribers. I mean, it's not like I'm going to turn it down, dude. Like, I'll sift the loyal ones out of there.
Good point.
I'm not going to not take it. That's like, Biking Bird said it the other day when I did his podcast. He goes, it's people who say, getting shit on by a bird is lucky. You know who says that? People who've gotten shit on by birds. Fuck that shit, dude. I'll take the 1 million. Okay. I'm ready for my big break. All right.
Oh man.
Or you can let your friend do all the hard work and fucking ride his coattails like we do.
That's a pass. Yeah.
I offer it to my friends all the time. I think that's great. I would love for my friends to get super successful.
Yeah, for sure.
December 23rd. 2013.
He looked it up.
There you go.
All right.
2013?
I was there.
Oh, wow. 2013, man. You were a couple years off. Wow. You have been plugging.
I don't play time. Time is a fleeting illusion.
Yeah. That's great. So that was like your Christmas gift in the world. Just 23rd.
Christmas gift in the world. Wow. As a Jew, I was there that Christmas.
Yeah, you go.
We have a gift receipt.
Gift receipt. All right. Next question. I think I'm going to know the answer to this one. I think it's going to be nothing. But what and or who inspired you to motovlog? Or is it just a thing?
No, absolutely. There was somebody.
There was. Okay.
100%. I didn't know. So, like I said, I didn't have a computer before I made my first video. I didn't own a computer. I got a GoPro, and I bought a computer later to make videos. So I was watching YouTube videos on my Xbox, and I didn't know that channels were a thing.
Right,
I didn't know you could subscribe to stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, I just had this really nebulous concept of what YouTube actually was. Like, I didn't really understand. I also didn't spend a lot of time thinking about it. So all of a sudden I wanted to look up. This was after Jessica got into riding.
Okay.
She got into riding motorcycles, and I was looking up some videos for her because she was looking to upgrade her VLX 600, which is her first bike. And I was saying, oh, let's look at this video. Let's look at that. And all of a sudden, I stumbled across a motorcycle video where somebody was talking to the camera. And it was a guy named Old Man Triple from Australia.
Okay.
He doesn't make videos anymore, and I think he had already stopped making videos when I first saw him. So basically, I found this guy, and people were like, "Oh, you've been motovlogging for so long," or I don't even like to say motovlogging. I make YouTube videos.
Right. Yeah.
I also like motorcycles.
Right.
I don't need to put a label on it.
That's good.
So anyway, this guy had made all these videos where he was talking, and I thought he was the only person doing it. I watched it, and I said, this guy, why is nobody else doing this? He's making jokes on a motorcycle, and he's talking, like, what a great idea.
Yeah.
And literally, I went into even having the GoPro and making my first video, thinking that, like, oh no, this is, like, nobody does this. And then, of course, I found out I was totally wrong. Lots of people did it. There are no original ideas. Trust me.
Oh, for sure.
Simpsons did it. Like, it's just so. There you go, man. But that's how I started YouTubing. That's how I became aware of what YouTube is. I became aware of what a channel,
Right.
having a channel,
Right.
having a place where people could subscribe, becoming a community. Like that's how I figured it out.
Interesting. Okay.
Some dude named Old Man Triple, who's probably never heard of me. I think he actually sold his motorcycle. That's why he doesn't. I've mentioned him in a couple other videos too, but I don't think he even knows what my channel is. It's not like he has a big channel. He had like a few hundred subscribers or something.
That's
you know?
awesome,
like,
though. That's a cool little nugget of information, though.
It's the truth.
That's how it started. That's interesting.
You know, there's no fancy like. I just wanted to show the world my experiences on a motorcycle. I just wanted to get out there and inspire people. No, fuck no, dude. I was just like, I could make better videos than that motherfucker. Like,
Hey,
be honest.
testosterone fueled your desire. That's good, man. Question number 5. Which other motovloggers do you watch content from regularly on YouTube?
Actually, the Beach Biker is one of my favorite channels. One of my new favorites.
New ones.
Oh,
Oh,
who's
what's
that? Is that Owen Wilson? Oh no, it's the Beach
you
Biker.
would not be the first person to
I'm
say that.
sure I'm fucking not. Anytime you go up to, let me tell you this. Anytime you go up to a motherfucker and you go, you look like this celebrity. Has anybody ever told you that? Guess what? They have. 1,000 goddamn times.
Yep.
Anyway, what was it?
What was the
Who's my
watching?
favorite YouTuber?
Yeah.
I watch just YouTuber or just Motovlogger?
Motovloggers or YouTubers too. If you get inspiration.
I watch all
from
sorts
anybody
of people, man.
else. Okay, that'd be interesting.
So I watch a really crazy variety of YouTube videos. Like so many people who do YouTube, YouTube has replaced my cable or Netflix or whatever intake where I almost exclusively watch YouTube videos.
Cool.
That is how I intake almost all my media. So I watch everything from, I watch this guy who just talks about books. His name's Daniel Green. They call him they don't call them motovloggers. They call them booktubers, right? And they talk about books. And Daniel Green talks about fantasy novels and does character deep dives and author deep dives and book reviews. And I love watching him.
Nerd.
I know, right? Who's like? I want to try to think of who's making really good motorcycle content right now.
I am.
I mean, I watch all the stuff. Like obviously, I love watching Suburban Delinquent.
Yeah.
OG guy, like has always been really cool to me. Like has treated us like royalty every time we've hung out with him. Great dude. Has opened up. Has given me personally a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
So Suburban Delinquent is one of those dudes who is just absolutely will help out the small guy, will help out a channel, and this is a guy with over 500,000 subscribers.
Wow.
He's also a small guy, by the way.
Huh? Oh yeah, no, he's not very tall. I do watch a lot of podcast videos. I love Your Mom's House. I watch the H3 podcast a lot. I think that's great. On Your Bike. Oh, I love On Your Bike. I don't know if you've ever watched those guys. They do like hour-long episodes, and it's all build series type stuff. They're building bikes. It's an English guy who builds stuff in his shed, and love those guys.
Okay, cool.
Super great. The guy actually makes a living building and selling bikes.
Wow. Okay.
You know, so and then he also has his show doing it and everything like that. It's a really great show, and super cool dudes, just with great banter and great personalities. Just
Tesla right now.
just like they're so achingly English. I mean, drinking tea and the dry jokes, and they're so English.
Wow.
But they're building motorcycles. Like the type of person you would be like, it's a greasy, dirty redneck over here, but they're just like, oh, what?
Yeah.
You say old Chuck, and they're so English. It's really fun to watch.
That's good. All right.
No, I love all the Florida guys. I watch Beach Biker. I watch Blockhead, Dank Wheelie. I like supporting local. I like supporting my local boys.
Yeah. There's a lot of them in Florida.
Yeah, no.
Year-round riding helps.
Year-round riding. There's a lot of people in Florida, and I like supporting the Florida motovloggers. And sorry if I left somebody out. I'm sorry. It happens. I'm on the spot right here, and I've got a little bit of a buzz on. Why? And check it out. There are multiple YouTubers here. Actually, 3 of them, all 3 of the people off camera have YouTube channels as well. And it's Flipna, Dave TV, and Bobber Fett. And I watch every single video every single one of them puts out, except for Dave TV, because he has 700 subscribers and he's never made a video. Suck on that, somebody who's grinding away at like 300 subs.
That's great. Okay, this will be a good one because I've honestly wanted to know this. How do you approach filming a video from start to finish? Mainly the videos that are more so seemingly scripted, like the ones where you're talking a lot, and like the one about being a real biker.
A talking head video that you guys would recognize from where we're at right now is 100% scripted. I write down everything.
Okay.
I ad lib throughout
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
I have an outline that I write down by hand. That's part of the process.
Yeah, yeah.
Is sitting down and writing it down. Let me tell you, I'm not saying that I am a comic. So don't take that.
Okay.
I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying that I do comedy. Like, I try to be funny, but I don't do comedy.
Right.
But go watch a stand-up special. What, do you think they just wing it?
Right, they've scripted.
No, they write it. They memorize it. They've written down every word of that, and they'll ad lib when they have to and interact with the audience when they have to. But they don't go and just walk out on stage and go, I'm just gonna freaking roll the dice and roll it. No, they know what they're going to say. And so I do the same thing. I write down. I'll write my jokes. I'll write my stuff, and when the mood strikes me, I'll do something that maybe I didn't think of until I said it out loud. Yes. It's scripted. I have it written down on paper. I've got like 30 goddamn notebooks. I write longhand. I don't type. I suck at I hate typing. So everything's actually written down by hand with a pen.
Yeah.
And I've just got them lying everywhere.
Yeah.
And whenever something I think, I've got so many that I never filmed.
Interesting.
Dozens and dozens and dozens that I wrote out that I never fucking filmed because
that's how you
like
do it.
afterwards I was just like, nah, I'm not into it anymore. Like after it was out of me.
Yeah, you wrote it down like 3 a.m.
You have it in your head. You start thinking of it in your head.
Right.
And what happens to me is I'll have a concept or have an idea for a video, and I'll just be going over and over and over it in my head till I feel like I'm going crazy. Like I just can't stop thinking about, well, I say this here and say this here, and I just like I have to get this outside of me in order to stop thinking about it.
Right.
And that's how I write.
Yeah. Well, that's creativity. I mean, that's what it is.
I guess.
That's how it's the creative process.
Nobody ever explained to me what it was, so it's like maybe
that's what it is. Yeah. That's interesting. I have a similar story because I have those like yellow notepads that are sticky pads. I'm just constantly writing stuff down on those. They're like stuck everywhere all over the office. That's how you do it.
And so let me give you a piece of advice to anybody who's watching this and thinking about making their own videos. If you have an idea, write it down. I know everybody says that, but write it down. Even if it's on notes. I've got a note app in my phone where I write every idea I have. Then you don't do any of them. But if it comes into your head, write it down because you would be shocked at how fast it flits away. They go away. They go away.
I've had one go away mid writing it down.
They leave, dude, and then you're just done. You could have had the winner.
Yeah.
You could have changed somebody's life.
The lottery ticket.
You could have had the lottery ticket, and you just let it walk away because you didn't write it down.
That's such good advice. Which of your videos is your favorite episode, or do you have one?
Ran into you around Ybor.
Maybe favorite making it, not necessarily
I don't know.
favorite.
The bear
finished
video.
product?
Did you ever see that one?
I haven't seen the bear video.
Okay, it's got like 3,000 views, so I'm not sure. A lot of people haven't seen it.
Right.
We went out. This was after, and it's not like it's a great video. You just had so much fun doing it.
Okay.
We went out. This was after everyone. And also, I love Vroom Vroom Dana. By the way, I've a lot of people hate him because he does such clickbaity titles. But guess what? You have to. If you don't make an attractive title and thumbnail, nobody's gonna click on your video. I'm sorry. That's just the way it fucking is. I didn't make the rules, but I gotta follow them like everybody else does.
Sure.
And so when people bitch about my clickbait titles, I just go like, dude, well, I'm trying to get people to watch it. I want people to watch it.
Right.
So
That's the whole point.
have a clickbait title and then also provide good content.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Josh brought us together.
Vroom Vroom Dana had made a video where they fake got attacked by a bear, and it was funny. It was meant to be funny.
Okay.
And I thought, and I knew Dana, and we had hung out with him when we were in California. Like, he's a great dude, really like took care of us. We all went out drinking with a girl on her bike and Vroom Vroom Dana and all, that whole crew. Really great dudes. So anyway, I said I'll make a video, and I'm just gonna lampoon getting attacked by a bear. But then when they reveal the bear, it's like a gay man as a bear, you know. And I just thought it was so funny, and I did the video, and it didn't do very well. I think it's actually demonetized to nobody's surprise. Right. But if you look up Shadetree Surgeon gets attacked by a bear, you can watch
You'll find it. Okay. I'm sure now you'll get a few more views to that video. That's good. Question number 8. What has been your biggest struggle since you've started motovlogging?
My biggest struggle has always been time. So having enough time to make videos. I mean, I run a small business. I work at that business probably 60 hours a week.
Wow.
And having the time to make videos, to create the content, to edit the content, and to post it, because that takes a lot of time as well. Thumbnail creation, putting all the tags in, and like doing everything, and then also allotting the time to respond to comments.
True.
So I have to, after every video, I don't respond to every comment now, but I read every comment.
Okay.
And that was a really hard allowance for me to make, because that was my thing for a long time. And I would spend hours responding.
Sure.
I mean, sit down and go like, all right, I'm going to sit down at the computer for 2 hours.
And you don't even
And put like my general comments for every video and put them in order and just respond to every single comment, and I just do it for 2 hours and give a real measured response, response to every single comment. And I did that for a long time until at some point I realized that for the people who enjoy my videos, my time is better spent creating content.
That's true.
And I do respond to a lot of comments. And I usually spend about an hour and a half after I release a video exclusively responding to comments. So if you comment early, there is a much higher chance that I'll respond to it.
Makes sense.
And I also, after that, I try to respond to direct questions.
Okay.
And so if somebody asks me a direct question that needs an answer, I really try to respond to those.
Right.
If somebody is just going, great job, I love this video, I read it and I enjoy it, and I have the little heart thing to let you know that I saw it. Sometimes I don't even always hit that. But I read every single fucking comment that's ever put on every single video I've ever done. Right. I have people walk up to me at meets and go like, I left a comment on this video 3 years ago, and I'll like remember. I'll be like, no, I absolutely remember that.
Yeah. Well,
I hate that I remember this shit, because if I didn't, I could probably have some room for some other shit up there. So again, biggest struggle, time.
Okay.
Always time. I never have enough time. I have 2 days, not even, because I have a life too. But I have 2 days a week where I'm able to both create and edit content.
Okay.
And then also have my life.
Yeah.
So those are 2 days a week. Like when I work at the bar, that's the whole day.
Wow. Okay.
And so I have 2 days a week to edit and create content.
That's a tight time.
And I still make 2 videos a week, and I still have a life and a girlfriend and friends.
That's
But
amazing.
my friends are a big part of my channel, and people always go like, "Man, your friends are in all your videos." Like and again, like almost every video I create is like my friends are all there and we're all hanging out. And that's because I'm making videos while I'm hanging out with my friends. It's like multitasking.
Yeah.
Like I'm hanging out with people and they're there and we're making videos together, because that's the time that I have to make the videos. And
You never pay enough attention to us. Love me.
We want attention.
Love me.
Just look at me.
and again, I'll say that, even though this is a question you didn't ask. If you would say the biggest advantage, and I mean this, I'm getting a little sappy right now, but the biggest advantage that I've ever had on YouTube is having a solid group of people around me that have always supported me. My friends, and so many people go like, oh, people laughed at me when I started doing YouTube, or people thought it was ridiculous. The people in my circle, and maybe if the people who told you that, maybe you should take a hard look at who's your friend. Sorry to say that. My circle of friends has always been 100% supportive.
Cool.
They've helped me out in every way possible, and they've always been there for me for everything I've needed for YouTube.
Wow.
And I've said this is important to me, and they've made it important to them.
That's great.
Because we're friends.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
if somebody shits on you for your YouTube channel, that doesn't sound like a great friend to me.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, for sure, man. Okay, last 2 questions, both pretty simple answers, I would think. But you haven't hit 100 yet, right?
No,
Okay,
I'm at
you're
95,000 right now.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any plans specifically for celebrating if and when you hit
You
it?
think you would? You know what? I had plans for 100,000 when I had like 5,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Now that it's been this long, I'm just like, dude, like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
You're just in the grind.
I'm so concerned about what the next video. Like right now, I don't have any. I've released videos on Wednesday and Sunday. I have no videos ready.
Ooh.
I have to work tomorrow.
Okay.
I have no videos ready for Wednesday or Sunday.
Okay. Live stream time.
So it's like people are like, what are you gonna do for your 100,000? Like, I don't fucking know, dude. Anybody,
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm gonna do a party. Like,
Okay.
I want to do like a ride from Burt's Barracuda to the Dirty Shame and do a party there, and
Yeah, that'd be
invite everybody and like people who maybe have been wanting to come meet me, like subscribers and
Sure,
stuff like that,
yeah.
live locally and maybe
Yeah.
just haven't found a reason to come out and be like, hey, you know, let's go, let's throw a big party. So that's to me, that's throwing a big party is just going like, hey, let's give back to everybody who made this channel what it is.
Sure.
Because without all the people watching, we really wouldn't
Talking
mean
to
shit,
yourself.
would it?
Yeah, you're an insane person
So-
without people watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, and just to, you've sort of done this a little bit in little pockets here, but just to summarize everything, do you have any widespread advice for smaller channel motovloggers?
Consistency, 100%. If there is anything you can do to help your channel, it's to consistently post videos and never waver. That's the whole thing. Is people have different ideals of what consistency is.
Right.
I don't ever miss. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I don't ever miss a Wednesday or a Sunday. I release something, even if it's terrible. And what I'll do is, if I really I'm back against the wall, this rarely happens, I'm back against the wall, I have nothing, I'll do a live stream.
Yeah.
And so there is content there is content available, because you have to do it and never stop.
Yeah.
That's
good advice.
101. You never stop. It's go, when can I take a break? Never.
Yeah.
Like, never. That's
Never.
when.
Yeah.
When you have millions of dollars and you can pay somebody to do it. That's when you take a break. Otherwise,
Right,
there's
yeah.
no such thing as breaks.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, and you don't have to include any of this. I'm just going to wax poetic about the difference between working for $1 amount an hour and working for an idea.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
And so if you work and you get paid $25 an hour, which is a great wage, I would be personally very happy to make $25 an hour.
if someone out there's willing.
Yeah. I don't ever look at the money I make and break it down per hour spent making it,
Right.
because that would be a very sad exercise in math for me.
Okay.
So I make my money by the amount of work I do. And if you work for $1 amount an hour and you keep that mentality going into this, you'll never make it.
Yeah. That's
You
what a
have
lot of
to-
people are discouraged by, I think.
Yeah,
is
you
they
have
think
to
that way.
work all the time, and it's just going to be bad. And you're hoping for that magic ticket.
Right.
You're
The
hoping
reward
for
comes
the
later.
reward, but it's not going to come if you don't do it.
Right, right.
You have to do it. You have to make the video. So sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're upset. Sometimes life fucking sucks. Sometimes you don't have any time. Make the goddamn video anyway. I don't want everybody. You know who has a shit ton of excuses? People who didn't make it. People who didn't make it. And that's who has a bunch of excuses. You'll see, I'm not going to put this on video because I'm not trying to call anybody out, but you'll see behind here, I'm pointing at it, there's nothing but Motovlogger, almost nothing but Motovlogger stickers, right?
Okay.
I look at this all the time, and I'm very happy to have the stickers, and they're great, and I like supporting people, like having their stickers on my garage cabinets. Like 95% of those stickers are people who don't make videos anymore.
Wow.
And I look at that all the time. I come out here and I look at all these guys who are on here who don't make videos anymore because they stopped.
Wow.
And what I always say is, if you never stop trying to whatever it is you're trying to do, whether that be fly to the moon or whether that be create a successful YouTube channel, if you never stop trying, success is assured over a long enough timeline. If you try and you have a long enough timeline and you never stop, you will succeed at whatever you're trying to do.
Wow.
That is assured.
Okay.
You may die. That timeline might be
Christ.
400 years, but over a long enough timeline, theoretically,
Yeah.
you will succeed if you never stop trying. If you stop trying, failure is assured.
That's a good piece of advice.
You will fail. If you stop trying, you'll never succeed because it's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
You'll never make the video. You'll never do what you're trying to do because you're not trying anymore. So you have to put yourself in the mindset of, and it's hard, it's discouraging and it's angry and you work so hard and there's no reward and do it anyway. Just stop bitching. Just fucking do it anyway.
Everybody
Dude,
does.
I
That's
fucking
good.
got a million excuses. I'm a goddamn excuse factory. I got an excuse for every occasion. I'm the hallmark of fucking excuses, dude. Like I understand excuses. That's what the best advice comes from a hypocrite. Because they've done everything wrong, so they know what the wrong thing is to do. Right. So all the shit I'm talking about that's wrong here, like don't do this. Like I've done it all. That's why I know. Because I've done all the bad stuff.
Right.
And now I finally figured out, like, oh, you gotta do it this way.
Yeah. Hey. No, I mean that's true words of wisdom. And I'm
Or
sure
either I'm full of fucking shit and I'm just gonna beat my head against the wall for an entire life and frustrate myself instead of ever enjoying myself and taking time to enjoy just me. But who knows? You never know.
Who knows?
Unless you fucking try. Right. And okay, I'll stop.
No,
I
it's
can
good,
ramble.
man.
You want
That's
me?
good.
You want to hear me talk for another hour? I could do it.
right. I'm sure they'd love it.
I script my videos
So
because I can talk for fucking
Yeah,
ever, man.
yeah.
I can do this for
Oh man, that's
ever and
great.
ever, man.
I'm sure it's a form of therapy for you sometimes
Talking?
too.
I'm just fucking full of myself, dude.
Yeah, right.
I'm just fucking full of myself. People go,
great.
why'd you start a YouTube channel? Not because I want to help the world. Not because I want to inspire people. It's because my dad didn't hug me when I was a kid. I need the validation, man. Every comment,
Feed me comments.
every comment on a video is a tiny virtual hug that I never got from my father. Okay?
my God.
Like, and if you say anything different about your fucking YouTube channel, you're a goddamn liar. Like, fuck off, dude.
Oh man, that's
There's
good.
a vein of narcissism in everybody who makes videos. I truly
Amen.
believe that.
Amen.
Anyway, again, so
Excellent.
Hell yeah,
man.
dude.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It was good
subscribe to
advice.
the Beach Biker, man. He's
All
doing
right.
good stuff. We had a good time. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna drink some beers while he
Rides
stands
3
around
hours.
us and watches us because he's got a very long ride.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That's good, man. That's good. I appreciate it,
Uh-huh.
man. Thank you very much.
Till next time, y'all. Keep it weird.